Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another video episode on ForgottenWeapons.com. I'm Ian, and today we're going to take a look at a pistol that's not totally forgotten, but a little bit obscure, and it's mechanically pretty interesting. What we have is a Czech CZ-52 pistol. What makes this neat is that it is actually a roller-locked pistol, which is pretty unusual. Now, this is Czechoslovakian. When the Czechs were part of the Warsaw Pact, they really didn't like using Soviet-issue material. So they designed their own small arms in many cases. They had their own non-SKS and non-AK rifles around this time period as well. This particular pistol was made in 1954. So the cartridge that this uses is just like standard Warsaw Pact of the day. It is the 7.62 by 25mm Tokarev cartridge. It's a bottlenecked round. It's fairly high velocity. It's kind of known on the internet as a body armor defeating cartridge, but that's just because it's a small bullet going fast. Holds 8 rounds in the magazine. Has a heel release, like many European pistols at the time. I really like this gun. The first time I saw one and handled it, I figured that this is exactly the kind of ergonomics that someone like Ayn Rand would expect from the communist bloc. But that being said, really it actually handles pretty well. And we'll get to the range in just a minute. First though, let's go ahead and take this apart and take a look at the neat mechanism inside. It's a very easy pistol to field strip. We're going to start by checking to make sure that it's unloaded. Magazine's already out. It is empty. In order to disassemble it, what we do is pull the slide slightly back, and this is a disassembly lever that we pull down. That allows the slide to go forward, and just the whole thing comes right off. If we take a closer look at the inside, what we can see, we have our 2 rollers here, and there are semicircular cutouts machined in the frame where they can lock in. And then this surface right here, when the pistol is assembled, mates up with this surface right here. So this cannot go backwards. It's locked by that. We can see when we simulate firing by holding on this position and pulling the slide back, as soon as the rollers clear that large flat area, they come in, that unlocks the pistol, and then the slide can continue backwards. It'll eject, then it comes forward, it loads a new round, and that wedge forces the rollers back into those recesses in the slide and locks. So as the slide starts moving, the breech stays locked for the length, just the length of this flat area. Then it unlocks right here at the angle, and it's unlocked for the rest of the travel after that. Unlocked there, pistol locks. Unlike an HK91 type rifle, this is actually locked. An HK rifle is a delayed blowback mechanism. Now there were delayed blowback roller type pistols made, and we'll cover those in a later episode. Looking at the frame, there's not a whole lot else going on. This is a single action pistol, so it has a very simple trigger mechanism. It does have a manual safety. Our ejector is right here. That's what smacks on the back of the case to throw it out. And that's about all there is to it. You can see how the disassembly catch works here. Just drops down and allows you to take the slide off. Reassembly is even simpler than disassembly. What we're going to do is line up this lug with this cutout. That allows us to drop the slide on, and we just slide it back, and the pistol is locked and ready to fire. So let's go take it out on the range and see what it's like.
All right, let's fire it up, see how it shoots. The sights on this are military style, so they stick up. They're not real good for concealment, but they're actually not bad for shooting. You can get a pretty good sight picture with them. There's a fair amount of muzzle flip to this because the bore is fairly high above your hand, but as I mentioned, this wide back strap does a really good job of absorbing recoil. It may look really ugly, but this is actually a really nice pistol to shoot. So the CZ-52 is still out there on the market and pretty darn inexpensive. I've seen a couple in the $250, $275 range. And now the reason that they're still so cheap is that a lot of the surplus Tokarev ammo has dried up and it's a lot harder to find. But if you don't mind reloading or you have a stash of Tokarev, these are an excellent value for a pistol right now. And you should definitely get one before the pistols dry up too. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Tune back in to ForgottenWeapons.com for interesting commie pistols.